This short video will help you, in under 7 minutes, understand the caseload update and time study now underway at Public Children's Services Association of Ohio, and how you as a director, manager, supervisor, or caseworker can participate. A successful, effective public children's services agency depends on many factors, including, among others, a well-trained and competent workforce, adequate financial resources and community support, evidence-informed child welfare practice, and strong leadership. At the intersection of workforce and financial resources lies the need for having enough staff to capably manage the agency's caseload, including intake investigations and assessments for traditional and alternative response, as well as ongoing services. Appropriate caseload size helps contribute to better outcomes for children and families, a satisfied workforce, and responsible workload assignments by managers. Over the last year, PCSAO and a representative committee of county agencies have been working at the request of our membership to update our caseload recommendations. The caseload recommendations were last updated in 1997, well before implementation of systemic changes to child welfare policy and practice, such as SACWIS, CAPMIS, and differential response, not to mention severe reductions in budget and staffing. The 1997 research recommended 12 cases per worker for new investigations and 13 for ongoing cases. According to the PCSAO Fact Book, 10th edition, caseload size in Ohio's 88 counties ranged from a low of 2 to a high of 32 for new investigations, and a low of 4 to a high of 25 for ongoing cases. Moreover, PCSAO has historically recommended a single standard for the entire state that does not reflect significant differences in funding and capacity among the counties. Rather than offering a one-size-fits-all caseload recommendation for every county in the state, we are working on a customizable tool that will help each county determine the appropriate caseload for its unique set of circumstances, including the level of complexity of cases, workload impact factors such as clerical support and turnover, efficiency maximizers such as use of technology, and more. The tool is intended to be adaptable whether counties use a single worker model, have multiple specialized units, or have implemented alternative response. So far, our work has included a survey of caseworkers across the state relating to caseload complexity. You may have participated in that online survey in April, and if so, thank you. More than 600 caseworkers from 50 counties completed the survey, and we are currently analyzing the results. Our next step is to conduct a 3-month study beginning August 1st, 2013 and ending October 31st. A number of counties across the CPO size categories, from small agencies to major metro agencies, including those with and without levies, have elected to participate in the time study. You may be watching this video because your county has elected to participate. The good news is that there are no additional forms, timesheets, or surveys to complete. Data will be collected using a tool with which you are already familiar, SACWIS. You may not realize that SACWIS already contains a feature within each activity log for recording time spent. If you are participating in the time study, the only thing you will do differently is enter the start and stop time for each activity log. In some cases, it may be preferable to indicate the duration of activities. Both are acceptable. Let's look a little more closely at what we are asking. First, we recognize that as a caseworker, you are already expected to do a lot. This will feel like additional workload burden at first, but should not add more than 30 seconds to your activity log documentation time. So if you have been asked by your director, manager, or supervisor to participate in the time study, then you are most likely an intake worker, an ongoing worker, or someone else with direct responsibility for a child welfare case. Although directors, managers, and supervisors will not be participating, they can support you and answer basic questions about the time study. Remember, it is critical that all caseworkers record time spent in every instance you create an activity log. We recommend that you begin using the time log feature on a consistent basis right now, before the time study begins, to familiarize yourself with the procedure. The time log feature can be found in the Activity Details section of the activity log. Simply enter the start activity date and time and the end activity date and time. Again, each time you complete an activity log, just enter the date and time you started each activity and the date and time you ended the activity. When calculating time, do not take into account time spent on transportation and waiting, as in time spent waiting in court, unless you are transporting clients or spending time in court with families. Complete the contact types and category information fields as you normally would, then save. Sometimes it may be necessary to use the contact duration field instead of the start and stop times. It is acceptable to use contact duration, for example, for a list of activities completed within a specified time range. For each activity log, we assume you will use either the start and stop time or the duration. That's it. By using the built-in time log function in SACWIS consistently in August, September, and October, you will help us better understand time spent on different types of cases. By starting now, before the time study begins, you can make the process part of your routine and help promote consistency. Feel free to share this video with coworkers to let them know how easy participating will be. And stay tuned. In 2014, we intend to release a tool that will help agencies determine a reasonable caseload, thus helping you as a caseworker manage your time, avoid burnout, and provide better services to children and families. If you have questions about the time study, contact PCSAO. Thank you.